Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nemes Builds in City Skylines After Dark. I'm your host Nemes with Burkru Studios. Welcome back to NemTopia. We were back in Picklesville here. I've been trying to figure out if we want to keep this suburban or do we want to graduate this area into a new downtown area and then build newer suburbs around it. I don't know. I'm curious to see what other people think about modernizing Picklesville. If that's something you guys would be interested in seeing us do, or if the preference is to go ahead and keep things as they are. So let me see. I am digging through some old comments because I think we missed a couple of ideas. A couple of them were Pickles, and that has the added bonus of kind of irritating him, so that's fun. But I think we had a couple city name options, so I'm going to go ahead and either this episode or between episodes, go ahead. I want to say Imre was one town area that they wanted, so I may go ahead and build Imre this time around. So we'll see how we can do there. I really want to figure out where to build that next area. Could be over in this this hilly area back here. Anyhow, we'll check it out. So, let's get started from an interchange perspective. I'm going to go ahead and unpause the game so things can start to happen, because it is kind of important that we get some things moving. So, let's go ahead and draw the new district. So, I'm going to make it for now one big district, and we may fix that later. And I gotta find the comment, so if I spell it wrong right now, I apologize, but I will fix it. I believe it's spelled that way. We'll find out. Helps to actually save. Hit enter. There we go. All right, so now I need, and we kind of may, in fact, let's do that now. I'll go ahead and bring the tracks down to level so we can build a train station over here in Imre. And so, come on, be nice, be nice. There we go. So I need to get the train tracks down faster. Let's see if I can do this right, because I kind of raised it way up in the air. So I got to start there. No, come on. Well, I know the space is already occupied. It's occupied with a train track. Seems rather odd. Alright, well, we're apparently gonna have to take it all the way back because there's some sort of weird glitch happening right now. So let's start here, go over, and then down. And then we will do the slow move over and connect it. There we go. All right, now I need a highway interchange, and I'm almost thinking we'll do that down here. I'll unpause again. Or actually, I'm going to pause because we're going to take out a highway, and that's slightly disruptive. And let's see what kind of pre-built interchanges we've got. Ooh, that's not gonna work. So we could go with a clover leaf, but that also looks a little painful. Actually, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably just do this again, so that we can just do the one way. So let me reconnect there, there, and there. And then I don't know if we want to keep the highway going here. I guess we could. and then do another interchange off. But let's do that for now. I'll go ahead and put a second interchange right off of this one. Which I know seems a little weird, but actually let's hold on that. I'm just going to go ahead and take a 6-lane from here, and then we'll build. And let's take this kind of all the way down this way, and then we'll do some one-ways to connect in. Just for now. Actually, let me see if I can connect these up. Let's see if we can just straight snap these in. We can, for now. That'll do for now. Alright, so we're going to unpause and let everything keep going. We'll want to build a train station over there. Let's see, what kind of... Here's the real question, right? What do we want to do for... I found the comment and I spelled it wrong. I apologize. There we go. So do we want to make this a residential area, a mixed-use development area? Why don't we start with this? So this is going to have heavy noise pollution. So I'm going to build an area right off of this. Kind of go off of here, down this way and back. And then let's see if I can fit in the middle here. And this will be Emre's kind of office park area. So let me drop a bunch of offices over here. I'll need to get electricity and water over here, obviously. I'm just trying to get a feel for what we want to put down. So let me get the water over here. Somehow. Really? You don't want to... Oh, it's because there's a pipe there. My bad. Okay. So we got water, and then we're going to need power, so I'll do this. And we'll let that build up, and then we'll get that. So this will be kind of the office park area right off of there. And then I'm going to build some big kind of avenues through two major avenues through Emre. Let's see. And then I'll connect them down this way. Kind of squared off. And we may use Emre to fix our issue. We may go ahead and suburbanize this area. We're not sure yet. Pardon the loud chiming noises. So let me think this through. I'm going to need some services over here. So let's build. Emre's going to need its own hospital. We'll put that right off the main thoroughfare there. We'll give it a graveyard, kind of right off the end of one of the streets, maybe. Or right in the corner here. Sure. Let's do a pretty big fire station as well. We'll do that again off the main drag. And then I'm going to do a police station, and I'll put a pretty big one maybe at the other end here. Alright, so that's a good services drop. We'll get education and everything once we start to map out things a little bit better. How are we doing power-wise? Did I zone? I'm going to have to zone this area to get everybody power. Alright. So the Emre office area is starting to fire up. I'm going to go ahead and drop water through the rest of the main part of town here. Alright. Good on water. Power. I'll sneak some behind. Maybe? There and there for now. We'll get rid of that once all we build everything in between. It'll take a minute. We'll go ahead and connect this so we've got the power going there now. Yeah, that should take care of things. Alright, so in the center of Emre, we could build kind of a central thoroughfare with commercial and then put residential around the outside. I kind of like that idea. So let's build a huge avenue. Do I need bicycle lanes? Sure. Why not? Let's see if we're about centered-ish here. Take that all the way down. And we're going to make this just one giant, like, lengthy commercial strip. All the way to the end here. And I will put... Now here's the question. Do I want to put, like, another giant avenue down here, or do we want to start pulling off the sides? And I feel like we should start pulling off the sides so that we get, you know, from a traffic perspective, it doesn't get too wacky. So what I'll probably do is I'll push into here. We'll go down the back row maybe. Find where that is. Nope. Off by one. I'm going to go all the way down. Bear with me. This is more... I'm not going to keep the roads this way. I just want to start getting a feel for the way it lays out. And then what I can do is I can put some stubs off of here. Maybe I'll do 2 stubs. And then I'll do a full connection. Like that. And then I'll just do that the whole way down, and we'll kind of see how that works out. And I'll put residential back here. But I'll do high density for Emre. At least for this portion of Emre. What I'm thinking about doing is on the back side of Emre there on the hill, I'll do like a more suburban area. And then I think the real question is and I've never done anything like this, so this could be a traffic nightmare. I'm just trying to do, try some different street layouts that I haven't done before, because that's kind of part of the fun of the game is, you know, just trying to dabble creatively with space optimization and traffic and all the other fun stuff that comes into this, and just trying to find some new ways to tackle it. I don't know that this is a very realistic build, but it looks kind of fun to me. So we're almost done. I'll build 2 more tweeners, if you will, in this last little street here. And then I'm thinking I may take one of these and push it up to here. I mean, I could go here, but that almost feels like way too many intersections. We'll try it, though. We'll do in between each one of these. Just for giggles. Alright, now we're going to map all of this high density residential. So I'm just going to fill from here all the way down to, call it here. I'm going to leave a buffer so that we don't build straight on the main thoroughfare, at least not for the residential portion. And we're still having some power issues. I'll do temporary connection for now, just until we build some up. And part of it is because I've left some gaps here, so that's it's not the end of the world. All right, now I'm going to speed things up and see how this fleshes out. I may need to move this into a four-way interchange at some point, and then pull an exit to this part of the town. But for now, we're just going to use the one-way in and out. I have a feeling we're definitely going to need that. And I may do kind of a lazyman. You know, kind of entry and exit for that. And then so that's going that way. So I would need to branch off this way. Oops. We'll go above and across, back down, and then we'll merge. Capital City. All right, so we've got a harbor, a cargo harbor. We have the new ship services. So we're making progress. It seems kind of slow, I know, but it is what it is. All right, so that gets us from this highway to there and there. So that's entering the city. And so I can exit this way, and then I'll also need an exit this way. It's a little kludgy. That might cause problems, but I'm curious just because it kind of gives them a shortcut across, even though it looks a little ugly. But we'll see how that interchange works out. I'm going to kick it up to 3. We're going to let this thing start to build, and then we'll kind of know where we need to go from there. I am going to go ahead and plop some basic services over here. So I'll do an elementary school there. I will do an old school looking high school here. I'm not going to build a university over this way yet. We may turn Emre into a university town at some point, but right now I want to give it a little bit of room. Now, the other thing I would like to do, though, is get the train station up and running. So let's do that. We're going to put it in the middle here. And what I'm essentially... height too high. Well, I might have to build a road off of here to make this work. No, just a straight road. And let's see if we can build the train station. No, it still doesn't like it. Height too high. I don't even... oh, there we go. So we'll go ahead and drop the track this way. And let's build some water down here. And then let's take... also probably need to go like... I'm gonna need to get these tracks connected up somehow. Or I could go tunnel underneath. That's an option. Do this and then go down. Turn. Turn some more. I think I went down. I went too far. Too far. So let's get rid of that. and then I need to take it up. There we go. Sort of. It's like a mystical tunnel into a waterfall. It's really bizarre looking. Thanks, graphics glitches. So anywho, we will go ahead and get back to this, and we'll build a new train line from here to here to here to here. Can I even go there? Oh, that's a cargo station, and then we'll complete the line. So that'll take us from Emre to Hogwarts, Hogwarts back to, I don't even remember what we call this area. Let's call this, Emre Grand Station for now. Did we call this the, did we name this one? We did not. We will rename it something that's not Hogwarts Station. Something relevant to the book series. We could call it Platform, whatever, 9.5. I can't remember what it was, but we'll get that fixed up. Alright, so in Emre here, we have now a bustling office district that is upgrading nicely. Our central avenue of commerce has filled in very nice, and it's hard to tell the traffic patterns. Oh, I remember one thing I need to do is I needed to figure out what I did to turn off the day-night cycle. Let's do that real quick. Gameplay. Where was it? Use day-night cycle. And then perfect. So I know it's not the easiest thing to see at night, but I think that actually impacts the gameplay mechanics, and that's something I did not want to do at all. So looks like I accidentally switched roads over here. So let's remedy that. Oh no, it's a bridge. Oh, I'll be darned, look at that. It built a little bridge there. That is bizarre. Huh. I wonder if that is a requirement. Let's take the bridge out and try to rebuild the road. Maybe I can build it in chunks. Nope, scope. Blech. Too steep. Alright, let's delete this side over here. And let's try to build this slower. Interesting. Well, looks like we're gonna have a bridge. If I can even do that now. I might have terraformed a little too much. That. So back to here. There we go. That's fine. It is what it is. It's an interesting, unique feature. I like that look a little better because it didn't have the gap underneath. Because as a quote-unquote bridge, having that just empty seems bizarre. All right, so we do have the new cargo harbor. I'm probably going to hold off on any of the any of that stuff for just a little bit. There we go. Back tonight. All right, so I am going to go ahead and put a cut in here. So if you like what we're doing with the series, please leave a like down below. And if you're not already, please subscribe. Apologies on the delay in getting the Emre area up, but we are fleshing it out now, and I'm looking forward to kind of how this new area looks, because this is really the first like major land area that we're gonna do a little bit of extra planning on, because in the main part of this giant area here, you know, we kind of developed it organically, constrained by what we were dealing with. You know, Underhill here was really built to just be a lot. And we are still having some death care issues over here. So before we break away, let me drop a crematorium over here. Maybe even 2. But anyway, so yeah, I've been your host, Nems. Please let us know what you think about the series down below, and I will see you next time. Have a great one.